6, 5,
I am
4,
back from my
3,
eternity in
2,
purgatory.
1.
Yay.
I hate Indiana.
I hate it. I hate it. You guys are just gonna come in here and you guys are going to listen to me complain about my own state for a solid 3 hours, and none of you can stop me. I legitimately have a Google Doc that is just dedicated to why I hate Indiana. This isn't even a joke. I have how many bullet points here? I need to pull it up again. I'm fairly certain I have like 10 or so bullet points. Just dedicated to my hatred of this state, dude. Like, who's gonna stop me? There is a solid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 bullet points that I could go on for hours about.
Nobody will stop you.
Yeah, I apologize that you had to listen to this last night, but now I just get to air it. I get to air it to the entirety of Twitch. For those of you who don't know, this is my girlfriend, Luca.
Hi.
She had to listen to me could do this rant at what was it at your time? What was time was it at your time when you had to listen to me do this?
I
5
think
a.m.
5 or 6 in the morning.
Yeah, I feel bad. So instead, you all have to listen to me complain, and none of you can stop me.
But you're not even.
So let's just get the obvious out of the way. Indiana is just fucking corn. Like, this isn't even a joke. It's just corn, bro. Outside of Indianapolis, and like a few other cities, maybe Avon, South Bend. Those are the only ones I can name. Greenwood, Beech Grove. Outside of those, it is mostly just cornfields. There's barely anything in Indiana. Like if you were to go up north, I mean like north, like just generally outside of Marion County, it's all corn. It's just like, heck, even in Marion County, there are plenty of cornfields. Like I know of, I know of a bunch of cornfields in Marion County, and they're not tiny ones, they're huge. Like, bro, it's just corn and occasionally beans, but just corn. Which brings me to my next point. There is literally nothing to do in Indiana. Zilch, zero, nada. There is nothing. Off the top of my head, I can name like one amusement park. That's it. That's it. And that one amusement park is Holiday World. But still, if you were to go to, actually, let's just pull it up here. I'm going to pick this apart. Top places to visit in Indiana. So we're just going to go through a list here. Top 10 best places to visit in Indiana. Let's just see here. Let's go to Google's popular destinations in Indiana. Indiana Dunes National Park. That's just Lake Michigan. Bro, that is just Lake Michigan. We've been over this. It is literally just Lake Michigan. There is nothing special about it. You could go to any other state and you would have far more coastline than what you get in Indiana. Plus, you have to be near Gary, Indiana, which is a death sentence. I'll bring that up later. Next, the Children's Museum. Bro, it is a museum. I mean, it's kind of entertaining when you're 7, but like, other than that, there is not much there. Which, just a little side note thing. Almost all the things listed here are museums. Get a life. Next, Newfields, an art museum. I mean, like, it's not all too far out of the way. Like, it's in central Indiana. I know that, but like, it's an art museum. Not a lot of people like art museums. Plus, I can name like 4 art museums in Indiana off the top of my head. We have plenty, bro. They're all in Indianapolis. We don't need more art museums. Stop it. Get some help. Holiday World, the only reasonable one on here. Granted, it is like, it's way out there. I think, like, yeah, it's down in yeah, it's down in I know. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Santa Claus, Indiana. That's a
No.
city. Well, not really a city. It's more of a town, but still, like, it is way out there. But yeah, that's just where Holiday World is. That's the only amusement park on here, and the only remotely interesting thing on here if you're not 5. The Indianapolis Zoo, kind of a reasonable destination if you like animals. I kind of like animals, but it's
Yes.
like it's not well kept. Last time I went there, it was not well kept at all. Granted, the last time I went there was 4 years ago, but it's just a zoo, bro.
I like animals.
Yes, I know you do, Luca. It's like
Yeah.
again another. It's like it's kind of reasonable. It's better than almost anything else on here aside from maybe Holiday World. And then the very next thing, Brown County State Park, bro, it is just a forest. You want to go camping? Sure, you do you, but like it's just a forest. What's so special about a forest, bro? Tell me, what is so special about a forest? The only special thing in that area is Story, Indiana, because it has a population of 1 person. That's it. That's the only thing interesting in that area. Next up, the Idle Jorg Museum. I've been to the Idle Jorg Museum. You know what? Not a bad location in terms of scenery. It's another art museum. Which, I mean, granted, some of the exhibits in there were fine, but like, bro, it's an art museum. Just go. Just if you're going to the Idle Jorg Museum, my only recommendation is just to walk down to the canal and go somewhere else. Indiana Dunes State Park again, because it comes up on here twice for some reason. Don't ask me why. I couldn't tell you. But once again, it is just Lake Michigan. That's it. That's all it is. It is Lake Michigan, bro. Just go to Michigan. Just go to Illinois. Jesus Christ. It is just Michigan. Like, bro. Heck,
Bro.
like, if you want to go to Lake Michigan, you'll probably be outside of Indiana anyway, because Indiana has such a short coastline of Lake Michigan compared to any other state. That connects to Lake Michigan, of course, but like, bro, come on, do better. And then Connor Prairie. The only thing I can praise Connor Prairie for is the historical Civil War reenactments that were there last time I went. Those were fun, but like, still, like, almost all of these are not entertaining unless you're 7. Like, bro, if you want to go on, if you're like a foreigner coming into the U.S. and you like want a state or like city to go to like vacation and such, do not come to Indiana. It is not worth it. I think there was a reason. If I had to like describe Indiana in like one sentence, it's like an episode of it's like a never-ending episode of Parks and Rec. If you've ever watched that, I think that's the
I
most
haven't.
apt way to describe it. It is. It's not. It's not good. Like heck,
Terrible.
if you want to go somewhere in the area that's actually nice and you don't want to die, may I recommend that you go to say Louisville, Kentucky. You ain't gonna die in Louisville. It's actually pretty entertaining. Decent music festivals in Louisville. I would say Chicago, but that's a death sentence. Just like there's some cities in Indiana that are a death sentence though, which brings me to my next point. We we had the murder capital of the country for like what? How long was Gary, Indiana, the murder capital of the country?
I could not tell you.
And it stopped being the murder capital of the country in. Okay. So it was probably like a solid decade that Gary, Indiana was the uh, murder capital of this country. And the government did not like the Indiana government did nothing about it. that's that's a problem. That is a serious
It is.
issue. Like, bro, if you have like a singular city that outpaces most countries in gun violence, you have a problem. But no, you just sit there and just leave it to rot, bro. Which I mean is fair. It's Gary, Indiana. It's so out of the way that no one's gonna care about it unless you're like from Chicago trying to come into Indiana. Then you're kind of forced to come through that area. But it's like, bro, stop it. Get some help, please. It's better. It's
Eastern
better
Freeze
now.
North Dakota.
And the only reason I say it's better now is because it's no longer the murder capital of the country. That's East St. Louis in Illinois. But that
God
only
damn.
happened because East St. Louis just suddenly had an uptick of murders. Gary, Indiana's murder rate has barely wavered. Bro, come on. Do better. It's like crime is a common thing in Indiana. Like you are more likely you're more likely to see crimes in progress in Indiana than you are to find some place that's actually entertaining. Especially if you're in I'm not gonna count Gary, Indiana anymore because I already went on a rant about it. If you're in downtown Indianapolis, if you're in Greenwood, if you're in Speedway, if you're in even Columbus has some stuff. Like you're more likely to see crime than anything entertaining. Because Indiana has a lot of gun homicides. Indiana has Greenwood in particular has a lot of street racing, which I mean is entertaining to watch. But like I only see this because Greenwood police buddies, if you're listening, do your job better, please. For the love of God, do your job better. Because like you guys don't catch anybody that's out there. I only ever see people pulling over like Dodge Caravans when there are like 4 Dodge Chargers or like Mustangs that just flew up the street. Bro, you had one job. The IMPD has to go down there and help you people because you can't do it yourselves. That's an achievement. Like, bro, and that's just the straight racing. Like, there's plenty of gun homicides in Indiana. If I had a nickel for every single time someone was killed near one of the places I was living, I would probably be a millionaire by this point. I'm gonna be real.
Concerning.
It's like it's not even centralized to downtown Indiana. It's just like anywhere you go in Marion County is not really a safe area. Like, sure, there are a few nice areas in Marion County, but like for the most part, you go somewhere in Marion County, and chances are there are gonna be 5 gun homicides there within the month. It's like it's not even funny. It's just kind of sad.
Yeah. It is sad. It's just sad.
Exactly. Now, my favorite point. The weather in Indiana is actually just AIDS. Bro. It's just AIDS. Well, one moment it'll be nice and sunny and like 75 degrees Fahrenheit out. The next moment, it's fucking snowing.
God damn.
This isn't even a joke. I don't remember which day it was in April, but in April, it went from one day being, I believe, in the mid 80s, and then just suddenly started snowing the very next day.
Yeah,
What? How? Why?
I don't know.
Like
It sounds
it
like the
is
weather here.
constantly like it's constantly like there's someone controlling like a weather machine somewhere at the like U.S. government, who, and they're like they have There's just like one designated person for Indiana, and they are constantly on acid. That is how I describe the weather. It's like whoever,
Encompassing.
if there is someone controlling the weather in Indiana, they are on acid. Because like, dear God, it is
A
terrible.
little,
And sure, you
a
can
little
make the
too
argument that
much
every
acid,
state and every state near Indiana has that issue, which I mean is understandable because you're entirely correct on that point. But like, I've never seen weather as bipolar in any other state than I have Indiana. It's gotten close when I've went to Ohio. It's gotten close when I've went to Illinois, but never, never
Of course,
as bad
Ohio.
as Indiana. Ohio's Ohio. I refuse to complain about Ohio because a couple million people already have, and I refuse to be part of the majority. I'm going to complain about Ohio's next door neighbor because I hate the state. I hate it. Please, let it burn. I hate it so much, bro.
Hating Ohio is a little too mainstream.
I forgot to tweet out that I started. Ah, God.
Go do it now.
I forgot to tweet out that I was complaining about Indiana.
Go do it now, you fucking idiot.
I'm very intelligent, clearly.
You're very intelligent. You're clearly very smart. You're so smart.
But yes, Indiana is a joke. Like, I hate this place. I cannot understate that enough. I hate this fucking state. I just hate it. Okay? Like, why in God's name would you willingly live here? Did I want to live here? God, no, I didn't. Like, please, kill me. I hate it.
You don't choose to be born in the middle of nowhere.
True! Indiana is... Okay, so I think there's another easy way to describe Indiana. It's like if you transplanted Wyoming and just, like, moved it to the opposite side of the country. That is how you can easily tell what Indiana is.
Just copy paste Wyoming a few times.
Yeah, you just like it's like they were trying to create states, but it's like the Indiana wanted to cheat off of Wyoming's homework, but they had to make it different so that way it wasn't obvious it was cheating. That's literally it.
Yep.
Like, bro.
Bro.
This place is a joke. My next point. The population. Let's just talk about what do you think the average Indiana resident is like, Luca? Just based off of me, what do you think the average Indiana resident is like?
What?
What do you think the average Indiana resident acts like?
Well, I don't fucking know. I've only met you. Nobody else.
Fair. Well, you met my brother.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Idiot.
I forgot about your brother.
But I'll tell you what they're like. Almost the entire population is meth heads.
Holy shit.
That's not even like you can't even say that I'm wrong on this because statistically, and I've looked this up before, Indiana has the second most meth labs per capita, second only to Missouri, which really isn't surprising. It's Missouri, but like
That's what I mean.
Indiana's population, especially, you don't even have to go anywhere special for this. You can just walk around downtown. Heck, you don't even have to go all the way downtown. Like, just on the south side of downtown, like at the south side of city limits, you will find so many meth heads. Heck, if you go up and down Emerson Avenue, which is in Indianapolis, well, not really yet. Well, technically in Indianapolis, but if you just go up and down Emerson Avenue, you will see like every 5 buildings, you will likely see somebody who looks like they're addicted to meth just standing next to it. Like, It's not even funny. And that can be said for a lot of streets. That can be said for US 31. That can be said for 5 Points. That can be said for, like, Southport. Like, it's not funny. Okay, it's kind of funny. But still, it's a problem. And our governor, Eric Holcomb, God bless his soul, has done nothing about it. It's amazing. It's amazing. We've done nothing about, like, I'm fairly certain one of the country's largest drug busts happened in Indiana. Hold on, I need to check this. Uh, okay, it happened in Philadelphia. That checks out. Okay, so I was kind of wrong. But if you look at meth labs per capita, you will see that Indiana is number 1. We are numero uno, baby. But, like, there is a lot of meth.
I'm not even paying attention anymore.
Like, I'm gonna lose my mind, bro.
Understandable. This shit sounds like a nightmare.
Still, it's not okay. Like, don't get me wrong. You do you. If you feel like breaking the law, you feel like breaking the law. I don't judge. Because as long as you're not actively hurting other people, I don't care. Go for it, buddy. I do not actually endorse meth. Or do I? I don't. For legal reasons, I don't endorse meth.
Good idea. Yeah.
My lawyer would
We
like
get
me to
drunk
tell you
and-
guys that that is a joke. I do not endorse meth. But it's just like, I've been on this
I
point for a little
love
bit.
meth.
Yes, Luca, we know. You guys just get to stare at a PNG of a flag of a state that I live in and hate actively. Next point. What have I not touched on yet? Yes. Can you name 5 famous people that actively live in Indiana right now? Answer: no, you can't. You can name, like, maybe one that I can think of, and that's John Mellencamp. And I don't even know if he lives in Indiana at the moment. I believe he does. That's the only famous person I can really think, unless you count, like, what's it called? Unless you count, like, reality show contestants that later on became, like, charity workers that are now really well known. Unless you count them, I cannot think of a single, like, I cannot think of that many people, like, famous people who actively live in Indiana right now and actually, like, keep their ties to Indiana. Because don't get me wrong, there are plenty of famous people from Indiana, like, plenty, but you have to understand, most of them don't associate with Indiana, and for good reason. Because, like, there are plenty of people from Indiana. Indiana just seems to be a state where a lot of child predators come from. I think the most prominent example of that is Michael Jackson. uh, how do I put this? I don't even think I need to explain this one. Everybody knows what Michael Jackson did.
I didn't.
Oh, great! I have to explain that to you.
You don't know, bro.
Michael Jackson loved kids. Let's just put it at that.
Yeah.
And, like, I get it. You could say that's not because he was from Indiana. That might just be coincidental. Which, I mean, arguably, yes, that is kind of coincidental. It's like he was on the road all the time, even as a child. But, like, nobody who's born out of Gary, Indiana, is going to have a good time in life.
Yep.
And this technically doesn't count as pedophilia. Technically, kind of doesn't. Call Me Carson from Indiana. Um, same kind of similar situation. Not really, but kind of. Like, I know this drama died 2 years ago, but like, it's still an example that I can use. It's like, it just seems to be like those are the two most prominent examples I can think of off the top of my head. But like, it just seems like there are a lot of child predators in Indiana.
Yeah,
Like
dang.
a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot.
Honestly, I wouldn't count Carson in this.
Understandable.
Yeah. And I might be a little ill-informed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, possible.
So it's just, why would you willingly live here? I see no point in it. Just briefly going
It's just
over
the
some points I've
desolation.
already stated. There's nothing here. It's just okay. There is something here. Fucking corn, but that's it.
What?
Uh, there is. I said there's nothing here, but then I realized, wait, no, there is something here. It's just fucking corn.
Huh?
And then we
What do you
have like
mean?
the weather is cancer. Pay rate in Indiana is not good. Like it's not very good for a lot of fields. I don't know why. I was reading off an article yesterday. Going back to the point that there's nothing in Indiana, I was reading off an article yesterday to Luca. Well, not really yesterday, more like last night when it was like 5 a.m. for her. I was reading off an article, and it listed college campuses as places to go in Indianapolis. What? What? I don't
What?
understand. Why would you
Lately?
want to go explore a college campus? There is nothing there. I'm so adamant about this that I almost threw off my headset. Dear God, there is nothing to do at a college campus. Why would you want to go there? Why? Why God? Why?
That is a good question. That is a good question.
If
That'd be
if
crazy.
you if your list of things to do in Indianapolis involves going to college campuses, that just proves you're scraping the law on the barrel. Like there is nothing that you can find that even redeems that.
For real.
I'm gonna lose my mind. What else do we have here? We haven't even broken 30 minutes. Oh boy, and there's still so much to talk about. Let's talk about some alternatives, shall we? So,
Yes.
one of the main points that this is literally a bullet point. It's just why not live in Illinois? Why not live in Illinois? Plain and simple question. Why not? Illinois has much more to do. Literally exactly like Indiana, like same exact vibe, except there's so much more. It's not
Just
entirely
Indiana, but
corn.
better.
There's Chicago. There's Baton Rouge. There's if you want to die, there's East St. Louis. Like there's stuff you can
That's
do. There's Springfield, Illinois. There's Peoria, Illinois. There's Bloomington, Illinois. There's Decatur in Illinois. I'm just now realizing how many city names are similar to that in Indiana that are in Illinois. Why? Whatever. Heck, Illinois
sorry.
probably has a better coastline of Lake Michigan than Indiana does. And that's literally Indiana is so like loves Lake Michigan so much that they put it on their things to do list on Google twice.
Oh, damn.
And then they immediately get showed up by any other state that has access to Lake Michigan because they actually have coastline for it. Can you tell that I just woke up 2 hours ago? Like, is it apparent? Well, it's 3 hours ago, but is it apparent that I just woke up 3 hours ago? I hope it is.
Yes,
My
it
brain is
is.
completely fried, and I can continue
It
going.
is. Keep going then.
Okay. Illinois is not even the main alternative to Indiana I can think of. I can claim that. Heck, I can't even believe that I'm saying this. Ohio. Ohio is better than Indiana. I can't even if I could confidently say that Ohio is better than Indiana, you have an issue.
Destroy Ohio. Burn it down.
Like why I'd like to propose just splitting Indiana between Kentucky, Michigan, Illinois, and Ohio. That is what I'd like to propose. Has there is no point in Indiana's existence. Because every other state I just listed actually has entertainment. Indiana doesn't. I'm just shaking my head. This isn't okay. This,
Yeah.
I don't. Why did they feel the need to make this place? Just give it to Illinois, dear God.
Just delete it from existence.
Yes, please. I'm begging you, just delete it.
No more Indiana.
It's like you could go to. There's only a few states that I'd say are just as bad as Indiana, and I only say that because the people that are there are stupid. Like, not. I don't want to actively insult people, but
Texas.
accurate. I'd argue that the people of Texas aren't the stupid ones. It's just the Texas government. Fucking one power grid have an ass. Anyway, but yes, you're right. Texas. It's not that you guys are stupid. People from Florida, people from California, people from New York. It's not that you guys are stupid. You guys just do
Arizona.
stupid things.
Arizona.
Like, if you wanted anywhere better than Indiana, I would recommend any state other than Texas, California, Arizona, Florida, New York, New Jersey, and that's it. Any other state would Alabama, Georgia, but any other state than those 9 would work just fine.
Arizona and Florida are just open hell.
Yeah, yeah. Arizona feels like hell because it's constantly burning, and then Florida is where you go when you want to go to metaphorical hell, aka suffer.
I still remember the video of that guy just putting a pan with an egg outside and coming back to it being cooked.
Yeah, that's a very Arizona thing to do, but we're talking about it in Indiana. Arizona can get its own stream.
Yeah, I know. Thought it was funny.
So it's just like, bro, what else is there? I can literally just start erasing stuff off of this document.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're down to like 3 bullet points left, and I still have half an hour to cover, which is unfortunate. But I can manage to squeeze these 3 fucking bullet points into the longest, into the
Why don't you do
longest
it?
stream you've ever seen. I'll do
Why
it.
don't
I'll
you do
gladly
it?
do it. So let's just start off with easy pickings here. Let's just start off with something easy. What is Indiana known for? Please tell me. What are we known for? Basketball? No, we've only had like 2 good basketball players come out of Indiana. You want to look at California, you'll see like 12. Are we known for any sport in general? Kinda. If you want to count the Indy 500 as a sport, which some people would debate isn't a sport. Um, we did host March Madness that one time. We did, but like, do I care? No. We're not good at football. We're not good at baseball. We don't even have a baseball team. Actually, that's a lie. We have a minor league baseball team in the Indianapolis Indians, which, by the way, you guys should become a major league team. You guys are actually half decent, please. Anyway, we don't have a hockey team. We don't. Well, we do have a minor league hockey team, but we don't have a major league hockey team. We don't have any major events that really happened in Indiana that I can think of off the top of my head. We don't have any we aren't known for any major presidents because Illinois stole Abraham Lincoln from us. Fuck you, Illinois. What else? What else? What else? As I said earlier, there's not really any famous people that actively associate with Indiana. Crime is kind of a thing that we're known for because, again, former murder capital of the world, country, not the world. But it's not even murder that was the issue. Y'all want to talk about John Dillinger? You know, that one dude who's the best bank robber in U.S. history, and that the Indiana State Police couldn't catch, and let him rob I think it was 49 banks. They let him rob like 49 banks, and the fucking government had to step in and do the Indiana Police's job for them. Bro, how does it get this way? How are your police that incompetent?
They do not care.
Yes, a lot of Indiana police not care, bro.
Simply do not care.
They just don't care.
They simply do not care.
They just don't care.
Just don't
They just
care.
don't care, bro.
Yeah, they just don't give a shit.
Yeah, no duh.
For real. That's pretty sus. The entire time I just heard what you said last.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro.
So I think that cover is literally not known for anything. Let's talk about. Let's go kind of back to population again. What the fuck does Hoosier mean?
What?
What does Hoosier? Well, that's what we're called. We're called Hoosiers. If you're from Indiana, you're called a Hoosier. What does it mean? Why of all things would you pick Hoosier?
I don't even know how that's spelled.
Hoosier.
What the fuck?
I don't know either, man. It's like
Ew.
I'm legitimately about to look this up. Where did the name Hoosier come from? Where did the nickname
also-
Hoosier come from? Is it because of the name of a person? Where
sounds
did the name
really fucking stupid.
nickname Hoosier come from? Because there was a contractor who named Hoosier who commonly hired people from Indiana. That's not basis to name someone Hoosier.
God damn. A slam.
And no. Side note. Hoosier used to be an insult.
Oh.
Hoosier used to be used as an insult, dude. So we're literally insulting ourselves by calling ourselves Hoosiers. That's kind of funny. But it's like, why of all things would you name the people of an entire state after a laborer, like after a guy who hired laborers from Indiana? B, why would you use the name that is also usually used as an insult? And C, of all things, just why Hoosier? Why Hoosier? You could have just kept with Indianans.
Still sounds a little stupid, but it's better.
It's like, why Hoosiers, bro? Why? You
I
had
don't even
nothing
know.
else interesting to nickname your people. Let's just go. This one dude that hired people from Indiana. Let's name our people Hoosiers. No, that's stupid. That's dumb. Why would you ever? Why? Ah, yes. Let's name our people Hoosiers. That sounds like such a great idea. That sounds like an amazing idea. No.
Such a
No.
great idea.
No.
Amazing idea.
I love my life, but I also hate it.
I also love your life. I've said that plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else do we have? Yes. I've had 0 memorable days in Indiana.
What?
I've had 0 memorable days in Indiana.
Told me that all your memorable
There's
all your memorable
nothing.
days were outside of Indiana.
The best day of my life happened in Florida. The
Yep.
most interesting thing I have seen in my life happened in Florida as well. My favorite place in the world isn't even in the United States. My favorite sporting event that I've witnessed wasn't in Indiana. It was what state was that in? I don't remember what state that was in. It was a UFC event. Favorite concert I've ever been to was not in Indiana. What else?
Everything interesting happened outside Indiana.
Yep.
Basically.
More or less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the only
yeah.
thing kind of memorable that happened in Indiana could have literally happened anywhere, and that's called I got my speedrunning world records, tied world records, and also very old world records. I got those while in Indiana, but that's it. I know I tied those world records again while in a van playing on my SNES, practicing Super Punch Out runs. I got a bunch of task ties because I was bored. It doesn't matter what state you're in. You can get a world record no matter where you are.
It simply doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now what else? Now I have to improv it until we hit 1 hour because I promised that this stream would at least be 1 hour long. So we have 15 minutes to just complain about whatever I feel like.
Wait, it's not already
Oh
been an hour?
boy, it has been 45 minutes.
God damn. 45 minutes feels like it's been longer than that.
Yeah, I know, but still,
Yeah.
it's
Still.
time to complain some more about whatever I feel like in Indiana. Where do we
Continue
want to
complaining.
start? Let's just start with what the fuck is Indiana cuisine? Like a lot of states have like their own like style of food or like food that is native to that state or like well known in that state. Like New York has their like New York style pizza, Chicago has Chicago style pizza. St. Louis is just alcohol. Alcohol and bar food is St. Louis. I
Alcohol.
apologize to people from St. Louis if you guys somehow see this. I've never been St. Louis. I can just imagine it was just kind of a stereotype that you guys like alcohol, which I mean is fair. Florida and California, seafood. I have good seafood there. Just kidding, I hate seafood. It's like Idaho potatoes. Like what is classified as Indiana cuisine?
I don't fucking know.
I'm legitimately going to check. Indiana cuisine. Like I'm from Indiana, and I can tell you this right now. I have never seen anything good. Like Indy, yeah. What cuisine is Indiana known for?
There is nothing notable about Indiana cuisine.
Chicken and waffles.
Oh, okay.
Chicken and waffles, bro. How?
Chicken and waffles.
What is Indiana state food? Sugar cream pie. Understandable. Nickname Desperation Pie. I'm in desperation for more reasons to get the fuck out of this state.
Yeah. Yeah. Ain't that lovely?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
I'm going to. What else can I complain about Indiana?
Just a little more complaining, it won't be good.
This has been what a 47-minute rant about how much I fucking hate this place. 48-minute
40,
now.
48 minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
48 minutes about how much I fucking hate Indiana.
Love it. You're gonna love it. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see
Yeah,
here.
love
We've already complained about a lot of things.
Ow. My ears.
Let's see here. Hmm. Um. Hmm. Let's talk about the Indiana government. You know that you know how the government that's infamous for like not wanting to build sidewalks, not wanting to fill in potholes, doing road construction at the worst possible time, not caring that we had the murder capital of the country for a solid decade. That government. That government. That amazing government. Why?
Amazing.
Why do why can't we just get a normal governor for once? Granted, we had Mike Pence, who was kind of normal. He wasn't terrible. But then, not to get political or anything, he went to the Trump administration. I'm just saying.
He's getting political.
Granted, he was one of the few people that was reasonable in that administration. But, like, he still didn't do much. And current governor Eric Holcomb, who, God bless him, just actively disagrees with anything anybody suggests. Fairly certain he was talking about doing an abortion ban, which that's nice, Indiana. Thank you, Indiana. Very cool, Indiana. I hate you, Indiana.
It's not
Why?
funny. I don't know why I'm laughing.
I'm not even gonna bring up an abortion debate because that's gonna go into a whole different thing, and I'd like to stay on topic here.
Yeah,
But like, Eric Holcomb has not had any good ideas. I'm almost halfway convinced that Eric Holcomb is kind of a conspiracy theorist, which I mean, it's believable. Believable. He has done a few good things. Not that many, though. I mean, for the most part, the mayors in Indiana are kind of reasonable. I don't think we've ever had any bad mayors. We haven't had any good, like, we've had decent ones. We haven't had any bad ones. But, like, what else can we talk about? Let's just get something out of the way now. If I had to rate Indiana on a scale of 1 to 10, I would put it on a solid 2. Because you'd be wasting your money coming here. You'd be wasting even more money living here. There's nothing to do here. Literally, zero nada. They're like our big attractions are museums, Lake Michigan, and like the one reasonable one being Holiday World, actually, and or Connor Prairie. That's it. It's like there's why would you come here? The weather here is actually AIDS. I hate it. Crime. My favorite Indiana motto: "Be dumb, do crime," because all that happens here
True.
that's actually somewhat interesting is crime.
True. Nothing is more interesting than crime.
Yeah.
The popularity of true crime just proves my point.
True. True. Very
True. That's pretty true. That's pretty true, you know.
But like, there are very few positives about it. I'll give Indiana a few positives. It's like it's not as bad as something like Florida, where it's like the entire populace is stupid and just like does dumb garbage all the time. No, just the entire populace of Indiana is addicted to meth.
I know.
Completely different, I swear.
Methamphetamine.
I've never heard a article that says Indiana man. Never heard of one. Yet you have like 70 that are just like Florida man. Like to give Indiana some posits here. Not as bad as some states I can think of. You know, I can't think of anything positive to give Indiana other than it's not as bad as Florida. I mean, if you're like 7, then you'd probably be fine with living in Indiana because then there's some stuff that's actually entertaining to you. Not much though. I do kind of appreciate Indianapolis, like one location in Indianapolis, and that would be what's it called again? They renamed it recently. Um, uh, Ruoff Music Center. Not even in Indianapolis. That's in Noblesville. My bad. Ruoff Film Music Center, also known
I'll
as
be
Deer
right back.
Creek. I much prefer it as Deer Creek. Amazing music venue. Great time. Great time all around. Not as good as the one in Bristol, Virginia that I went to that I have this nice little poster that's hanging up in my room from. But like there's so many places in other states that are far more like why do you think nobody comes to Indiana for vacations? There's nothing here, bro. Zilch. Like if you want to come to America for a vacation, go to like Destin, Florida. That's reasonable. Not that many stupid people there. Hi there, Snorlax. You're just catching up on me complaining vehemently about my own state. How you doing, buddy? uh, you kind of joined late, but that's probably for the better. I doubt you'd want to hear me complaining about Indiana for an hour. Unlike they, unlike Luca here, who unfortunately has to listen to this. I'm very sorry. uh, where was I? Oh yes. Uh, like, oh, did you? Nice, 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 nice. Cool, cool. Anyways, as I was saying, there's like, if you want alternatives for Indiana, there are so many, like just around, like if you want to be in the area of Indiana, like kind of be in like that area where it's like, I don't even know why you'd want to be in the area like the Midwest. I don't even know why you'd want to be there when the weather is complete garbage. But like, go to Kentucky, go to Illinois, go to Ohio, go to Michigan. Like those are all better. Why I hit India, no cow burger. Hey, listen, buddy. Look, man, we can make it that. I at some point will give another state its own stream for me to complain about, but I just feel like complaining about my own. Okay, we can make India jokes all we want. I mean, like the poverty line's similar to that of India. I'm just gonna say that now. I just I just don't understand why we have to be named out like why Hoosiers, why people from Indiana are called Hoosiers, and why they have to be named after a dude who contracted people from Indiana to do work for him. What's the why? Why would you want? Why would you name your people that? It's like you had nothing else that was even remotely interesting to name them, so you went with naming them Hoosiers because some guy named Hoosier hired people from Indiana. What? That's not basis at all to name. Like there are a few interest. I'll give Indiana this. There are like occasionally there's like one interesting place I can think of to go in Indiana, and even then it's not that major of a place. Story, Indiana, one of the smallest towns in the entirety of the United States with a population of one. That's kind of an interesting place to go to. It's always nice, but why would you go there compared to any other place in the country? Like for me, I'd go there because it's local. But like we're taking the scenario as if it's like someone who's going on vacation for another state and they're trying to pick a state to go to. Don't go to Indiana. Just don't. Anyways, we're reaching the hour mark, so I'm just gonna end this off with I hate Indiana. You cannot cancel me or like complain about me hating Indiana because I'm from Indiana. I'm a Hoosier, just like any idiot who wants to complain about this. Even though I doubt anybody will complain because it's Indiana. Nobody cares about India. Crossroads of America. How about what? It's the equivalent to middle to like it's just Wyoming but worse. Anyway, I apologize to everybody who's had to sit here. and listen to me talk about Indiana for an hour, especially Luca.
Hi, I just got back.
Yeah, I was just apologizing to anybody who had to listen to me complain for an hour,
I don't know,
especially
some
you.
people listen. Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
this is what you get for dating someone like me. This is what happens. You have to put up with garbage like this.
Oh, you have to put up with forced garbage for me.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna. That's it. That's the end of the stream. We've been doing this for an hour. I'm done here. Good day. We're done here. Never, ever.